Welcome back to Kentucky Farm Bureau's Bluegrass and Backroads. Ley Antiques is probably one of the most unusual places you'll ever visit. 4 stories of everything from doorknobs to chamber pots, all for sale.
I started out many years ago as a collector. I was an orphan, as people well know, and stayed with a lot of different families growing up, mostly in the South, and farm families and so forth. And I used to go around and walk up and down the railroad track and get an old bucket and pick up railroad nails and buttons, anything I could find, you know, and drag them in. Of course, people I was staying with say, "Get that stuff out of here. We don't want that junk," you know. And anyway, of course, when you come back to Louisville and the urban renewal was going through, tearing a lot of these homes down years ago, and they would just set people's stuff literally out in the alley. And we'd come along and get an old chair or maybe an old rocker or something and refinish it and try to sell it. And that's how I got started doing this. And then you pack rat everything you get your hands on. You don't have any room to put it, so you borrow your neighbor's garage and your car trunks and anywhere you can store stuff till you run out of room, which you actually can see. I've already did that here. I think being an orphan, never having any toys, never having anything, I used to walk the 40-some blocks down to Fountain Ferry Park, and they had a fence around it, as you well know, and you could look through those cracks in there and see things, and I'd see that merry-go-round. It drove me nuts. I said, man, if I ever get any money, I'm gonna buy one of them horses, you know. So, you know, I think that's what it is, and the toy thing is, like I say, not having any toys. So you finally get one, and you think, man, that's neat, I'm gonna get another one, and the first thing you know, here you are. There's so many things in there that I love. I try to buy things I like personally, and I found out over the years that's not always the good thing. Not everybody likes what you like, but I have obviously managed to buy something for everybody, because we do get at one time, one year, we had 100,000 people through here. And they say that was the second draw to the city from Churchill down, so I was very proud of that statement. We've been listed in a lot of places like Apartment Life, Southern Accent, Southern Living has did articles about us over the years. Well, we get to hear everything. We've been very fortunate with some of the clientele we've had. You know, most people know this and some people don't, but we've had a lot of the country music singers in here and a lot of the movie stars over the years. When they come to Louisville for the Derby, they've snuck in here. We used to go out and get them at the airports and bring them in here at nighttime when we were closed and so forth. And we've been very fortunate. We have autographs and pictures of some of them hanging up around here that's been here, and eventually run out of room, so we just quit putting them up. But some really wonderful people. They come here from all over the world. We've had people here from Argentina, places where they was buying salvage and architectural pieces to go in their homes, and it makes you wonder, don't they have any salvage over there? You know, but they come to Louisville, Kentucky for. So when you first come in the door, I mean, it's a little fussy. It's some of the better things, as you see, so to speak. Could scare somebody off that was looking for an old fruit jar, because they see that and thought, oh, we can't afford anything in here. We got stuff in here for 50 cents. We also got stuff in here for 20,000. So, you know, it's something for everybody, and we've learned to mix it together, and it doesn't scare people off that way. To me, it's not just an old humidor, it's not just an old pipe, or it's not just a carousel horse. It really means something. I visualize, I can see a kid on this horse and riding it. You know, I can see his mother holding him on there while he's going around. I mean, it's down deep for me. And some of the comments we had, I've never seen anything like this, they'll say. This is the greatest place I've ever been to. And I think our greatest advertisement, although we have spent a tremendous amount of money on advertising, we have brochures in several states and hotels and so forth, but our greatest form of advertising is word of mouth. People going back and saying, you're not going to believe this place. You know, you got to come in there one time. And so we're just seeing them. If you look out here, a lot of times you'll see license plates from all over the country. And they make this one of their stops. We have a lot of people that comes here once a year, and they'll come for the tractor show, or they'll come for the RV show or whatever, and they make this one of their stops. Most people, I think, the attitude that I've gotten, they think that this was probably the most greatest, wonderful job in the world. Now, they don't see me in 95 degrees when I'm crawling through attics and crawling through basements, and I come out of there looking like I'm a coal miner. But they don't see that part. They only see you when you come in and you're behind a desk, you know, and they think you're sitting back there counting money in a bucket. But it don't work that way. You know, I've been at it 43 years, and I have started thinking about late. I know I can't live forever, you know, and I'm beginning to think about that. And, you know, sometimes you think maybe I ought to sell out and get out of it, and that scares me. I don't know if I can stand the thoughts of watching it all go, you know what I mean? That would really trouble me. I think I watch some of these fellows retire from their business that they've been into it for 50 years, and it just seems like they go totally down the hill when they quit. And like I say, I want to be the one of the guys that probably died loading something too heavy on somebody's car rather than just give up. I always tried to be fair with people. I just felt like, you know, Louisville, for instance, is a very small town, and if you go out to eat at night, you don't want to sit across the table from somebody that you just ripped off, you know. If you pay them $100 for something that's worth $150 and you take $125, you really don't feel like you've done anything wrong. So that's what I try to do. I tell them, you know, if you feel bad about selling it to me, and, you know, I'd like to buy it for $200, but if that makes you feel bad, please don't sell it to me. I just don't need it that bad, you know. And like I say, money never did mean anything to me. I've got people that enjoys flashing their money and telling me how much they got and so forth. And I said, well, I'm a little bit opposite. I probably won't never have any money, because as long as there's junk out here to buy, I guess you can see why I'm never going to have any money. But I got a lot of stuff. I feel like hopefully we're the keepers of the good stuff, and recycle it to somebody else will live to enjoy it like we have.
Well, you've just spent another 30 minutes wandering the back roads of Kentucky with us. If you have a story idea or just want to let us know what you think of the show, send us an email to bluegrassandbackroads@kyfb.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.